Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of my Hardcore WoW Classic Challenge. Today, we're going back to Danos, top of the cycle, top character, and let's just get right into it. So, if you're unfamiliar with the challenge, I'm trying to get all 8 classes on the Alliance side of WoW Classic Era Realms to level 60 without dying. If a class dies, I need to restart, and that's for each class. The full rules are down in the description below, but I can trade between the characters. I can't group with anyone else because I can't accept any other help. But yeah. So on Danos here, my plan is to go to Loch Modan. That's the plan. I did a little engineering and stuff in between episodes and stuff. I'm gonna, do a little bit in Ironforge real quick here in terms of putting things in the bank and stuff, but that's the plan. And the reason for that is that obviously typically people go from Elwyn Forest here, you go to Westfall, that's where the quests send you, but Westfall is pretty dangerous in terms of second kind of zones to go into. It's just the mobs there are difficult, and just kind of the way that things are laid out there. There's a lot of inherent danger, and I find Loch Modan and Dark Shore to be preferable in that respect. And obviously, I can't get to Dark Shore without dying or having a really high chance of dying. So Loch Modan is the best bet. So I'll do a couple levels in Loch Modan. Get to level 12. And do a little bit there of that kind of stuff, but that's kind of my plan. Probably should do this quest here actually. This little rat catching quest. I don't know why I didn't just go back over the tram car. Because I think it gave me 700 XP last time I did it, so worth doing. Just catching a couple rats. Definitely worth the time. Yeah, the problem is actually it looks like I might have planned this incorrectly. I'll probably hit level 12 soon after I arrive, or arrive in Loch Modan. Maybe as I arrive in Loch Modan, which might want to fly back right away back to Ironforge to train. Warrior training, but that's okay. Kind of would have to do that either way, no matter where I went. Got some things waiting for me in the mail, from other characters. There should be something else from another character in the mail as well. Run across this. And just from other characters I sent. Yeah. And I'll get the other quest for that. And so 900 XP. Yeah, we are really close. Darn, if I had just... Yeah. Oh well. I wonder if there's any chance I could kill Vigash at level 12. I am going to be running past Vigash. I don't think as a warrior it's a good idea for me to be doing that. Yeah, I just can't see that being a good idea. Okay, so one thing I need to make sure I don't forget to do is get the flight path here in Ironforge. Because that can definitely occur. Or if you forget that, then you get to Loch Modan and you can't fly back to Ironforge, and you have to run all the way back to Ironforge, which is less than ideal. So definitely need to remember to get over and check out the flight master. And yeah, definitely feeling the pinch on just resources like linen and just money across all my characters. Definitely feeling so yeah, just a little pinched on stuff. But it's fun. It's kind of like a scarcity. I like dealing with scarcities. I like dealing with issues like that in all kinds of games I play. I like when things are things are a little tougher, right? That's why I'm playing this. That's why I'm doing this challenge, of course. So, no surprise there, really. But yeah. I'm just going to hit up the mailbox in the bank and stuff. So yeah, here, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff. I'm gonna leave these in here because I don't need them right now. Same with those, but I will pick up this copper chain vest, these potions, really nice from my alchemist, and a little bit of meat from my, a little bit of well-fed food from my hunter. And let's just throw all the engineering and mining stuff in here to make some space. Have a lot of it, but couldn't really decide on anything that I really wanted to do with it. Kind of need linen and stuff to make more bombs. Didn't really feel the need to make a gun, and I don't think I had the money really. I don't think I had the money to train gun skills, so that's why that didn't really work. Or at least that's why I didn't do that. But anyway, let's get these in here. Have tons of potions, probably more than enough potions. I pretty much use potions as liberally as I want. And yeah, let's just head out, I guess. Yeah. I might speed up the video here because there's a lot of running to get all the way from where I'm at to where I'm going. Although I guess I could speak a bit more about potentially some talent choices I might want to make, that kind of stuff. So, and because I am making this decision to go to Loch Modan on the human characters, or at very least the warrior, it means we're gonna be seeing a lot of Loch Modan, which, you know, I understand for people who are watching every single episode, which I'm now aware of at least a few are actually doing that, which I really appreciate. But I understand this might get a little repetitive in the next this cycle, you know, having a lot of the characters doing the same quests over and over again. But I'll try and make it as interesting as possible. But you know, I really don't have that many options available to me right now. And as characters kind of get more disparate in levels, and maybe a character or two dies and has to restart, and we are at very different kind of points in the leveling process, you know, as that kind of occurs, you know, that will kind of change up a little bit of what's going on in the episodes right now, as things are kind of going quite well, and we're having only had one death, which really shouldn't even happen, and that character is pretty much on parity with the rest of the characters, so hasn't been a big deal there. But right now, as especially everyone in the Eastern Kingdoms here, I'm kind of gonna go funnel them through Loch Modan to start kind of everybody who can do them, because it's just a safer zone than Westfall, and those are really the only two options I have available to me in this continent. And of course, both Night Elf characters are gonna be going to Darkshore and doing Darkshore. But that's only two of them, so that's going to be actually kind of a refreshing change of pace. Whereas everyone else doing Loch Modan, so 6 people running through Loch Modan, less than ideal. So, I might, yeah, I definitely want at least all of them to start Loch Modan, but I might send maybe the humans back to Westfall sooner than everyone else, or something like that. I'll just have a way to switch things up, so I'm not doing everyone on the exact same route. I'm not even gonna accept the Vagash quest. There's just no way attempting it on a warrior is a good idea. Attempting on a paladin, absolutely fine. Attempting on a mage, no problem, obviously. And attempting on a priest was also fine. You know, there's lots of self-healing and just kind of bubbles and ways to get out of the situation. Whereas, you know, warrior, sure, I got, you know, hamstring to slow my enemy's movements. I have lots of healing potions. But it's just inherently less safe as a warrior, I feel, to take on a challenge like that. I don't have a button that I can just click and I have health, right? Whereas, you know, on Paladin I had a bubble which made me immune. On Priest I had a bubble that gave me health, and it was instant cast, right? That's the key. There's a button that if I'm at a certain health, I click that button and I have more health. For the time being, at least. And the mage just he hardly hit me, so I kind of knew that was going to be the case. So really wasn't a problem there. But a class like warrior is just inherently a little bit more dangerous that way. We're gonna definitely level up here from just exploring Dunmorrow, which is kind of cool. And so we'll probably just be flying immediately back to Ironforge to level up rank 12 skills. But that's okay. Yeah. But yeah, this is the start of a new cycle here. So that's the fourth cycle now through the characters. Wow, it's really like moving quickly. It's episode 25, so already like 25 episodes in. You know, I knew this was going to be a long challenge when I kind of mapped out how long, even if no characters die, how long it would take, and I knew it was all going to be long, but I really can see now how long this is going to be, because characters are gonna die, and we aren't even close. You know, we are just breaching level 10, 25 episodes in on all my characters. Well, we have breached level 10 on all the characters, 25 episodes in, or 24 episodes in, and that doesn't sound like a lot, but to get to level 10 takes 3 hours of gameplay. You know, and when we're expecting days of gameplay, so you know, it really is crazy, and it makes me think I'm either going to need to maybe deliver the content in a different way, or increase the amount of time I play, or you know, something like that, because it just seems like, I mean, I don't mind the challenge taking years, really. But that is a long time to have people, to expect anyone to want to watch this kind of thing. But you know, I am just kind of doing this for myself, and kind of just documenting the process of it. And so, I'm definitely not going to change anything, the nature of the challenge. I'm definitely going to be just continuing to do the challenge in the way that I've set out. Maybe some slight changes to exactly how I'm doing it, but not any major changes to the objective or the rule set. But the main thing I'm kind of thinking about is the actual delivery of the content, the videos themselves. I could edit them more heavily each, not even just the recap episodes, the actual episodes, and to get more action in the videos. More action in the videos, and less just kind of boring stuff, and kind of voice over it, and make every episode more like a recap episode. And just, you know, play, you know, I don't know, and you know, maybe instead of releasing every single day, you know, releasing an episode a week, and it's like a week of playing a character or something like that. And I just kind of give the highlights. I don't know. Let me know what you think, because, you know, it's not that I have it's not that I have a huge issue with the way that I'm planning to do this. Like, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna have a great time doing it. But if you guys have any thoughts about the sustainability of the content and stuff like that, please let me know. Because I definitely have some concerns about the longevity of people's interest into something like this. So yeah, please let me know if you have any particular thoughts about anything about this. As we kill Mange Claw here, shouldn't be an issue. I thought about putting the potions on right away here, but I'm just gonna kill 2 mobs here and then do a bit more running. So Mange Claw, you're a bit tough. I'm gonna use a health potion just because I have so many of them. I actually want to use them pretty liberally to get them out of my inventory. And a couple crits and a couple parries or something like that. Could have been a little tough. It wasn't actually in any danger. So yeah, we hit level 12. I should increase my parry chance again. So we are looking at our you know, our parry chance is getting to 7.7. And so we have a pretty good chance not to be hit these days, which is really, really awesome. Yeah. And I've definitely given a lot of focus to the warrior in terms of sending stuff to them and making sure they have the best gear and that I can get them and that kind of stuff, and making sure they always have potions, elixirs, food. You know, some characters I've forgotten to do that between episodes, or kind of just didn't have enough, that kind of stuff. But the warrior, because I know that they're the most likely to die in a given episode. Like this episode, like every episode of warrior could be the last, you know, of that particular warrior. It's definitely the class that is gonna die the most. I have to imagine, you know, like I can't say it's gonna be the first one to die because we already had one of the rogue character die, but that was really more of just like a complete lack of focus and just fluke, and just a poor thing have happened to that one, you know, that rogue. But as we get into the later levels, like the teens, the 20s, the 30s, warrior is gonna be the one for next one to die, I would imagine. I don't want it to, of course, but if I was a betting man, and I wasn't biased, I would bet warrior. They just can get in stick situations. I have very little ways to get them out, but engineering will help a lot. You know, I do want to make engineering a focus here, because getting target dummies, getting bombs and stuff that I already have some, but getting some higher level bombs as fast as possible, that kind of stuff, does help a lot. Okay, so here we've got the follow-up quest from Goldshire, bringing us all the way here, giving us a good chunk of XP, and pretty sure here, yeah, actually this is to go back to Stallman, but this filthy pause quest we got gives us a really nice shield, but it is orange for us right now, so I guess we want to hold off on that. Although, so we have a shield, gives us spear, which actually is pretty nice for warriors, but mainly just gives a ton more armor, a better shield to blocking. But this is actually pretty good too. 4 stamina instead of 1 strength and more armor. That's a tough one actually. I'm not sure what is the true best choice between those two. But maybe we'll get something else in the meantime, and that'll make our decision a little easier. But we won't be doing that quest right away here, as it's an orange quest and it's in a cave, so definitely won't be doing that right away here. Unfortunately, I've been talking this whole time and about relatively interesting things, I think, so I actually haven't been able to cut any of this video that has been relatively boring, but oh well. You know, have some fun stuff going on in the challenge, and you know, sometimes it's nice to just talk and run, especially because Danos is a little farther ahead than most other the characters, other than the warlock. Most other characters are just into level 11 or still at level 10, whereas Danos was very, very close to level 12. Yes. So, I mean, yeah, I'll probably cut the video in a bit here after getting to Thelsamar, and as I fly back to Ironforge and do some training and stuff, but we'll hold off on that for a second. Let's talk to this traveling merchant, see what he's got. In fact, this guy might just have bread. Yeah, he's just got bread. Unfortunate. And this is also a reason I didn't want to drink those elixirs or sharpen my blade or anything to fight those couple mobs I just fought. Because I'm about to go fly back to Ironforge and waste a bunch of time. First things first, let's get all the quests that we can get in Thelsamar, which I don't believe there's too many of them.
What can I do for you?
Rat catching is good. We're gonna need to do that quest, and we are definitely going to be starting to get into quests range that are actually going to give us some legitimate monetary value, which is great because we are definitely tight on the funds on a lot of characters. Okay, so I was wondering about this, is if we get a quest to fly back to Ironforge, and it looks like you don't get that if you're a human. So we will only get that in Westfall, because we're a human, and that's fine. That's okay. What I will do real quick is set my hearth here because I'm going to be doing a few quests here, so I might as well have the hearth here. And I do remember the quests in here, which is awesome. But now I guess the thing to do, unfortunately, is just fly immediately back to Ironforge to do a little training there. But so let's do that. I'll cut the video here, as you've already seen the flight if you've watched every episode. But I'll cut the video here, and I'll see you guys back in Ironforge. Okay, we've arrived here in Ironforge, so we're just gonna run over quickly to the military ward to talk to the warrior trainers there. Yeah. See you in a second. Okay, we arrived here at the warrior trainers, and we're gonna talk to them here and see what we got. We got overpower for 10 silver. Jeez. Battle Shankra 2 and 2. 35 up from 20. Yeah, that's definitely worth it. And shield bash. Oof. All of them are good. All of them are really nice, but we obviously can't. I see that skills start to get really expensive. Could we sell 5 silver worth of stuff? Ooh, let's go check that out. Actually, there's a shop next door. I think we can actually see if maybe you can sell just enough to get all 3, because getting all 3 would be nice. Man, I have no idea how I'm gonna afford all the skills on all my other characters. 10 silver per skill is a lot. Maces and staves. Okay, so we got, oh yeah, so that's gonna sell for good right there, and then a couple more pieces. Bang, so now we're at 31. While I'm here, I should actually check. So we got daggers, crossbows, thrown to train here, and two-handed axes, two-handed maces, and so two-handed swords are in store mode, I guess. But yeah, we're not going to be buying any weapons or armor here, as we need all 30 silver that we own to pay for these 3 pretty important skills. I would say, you know, overpower is not. I would say, oh, if I had to not take one of these skills, it would be overpower, but it is really nice. So we'll get it. It's a nice little damage increase. Battle Shroud rank 2 is very good, and Shield Bash, of course, is essentially to any warrior be able to interrupt casters and healers and stuff like that is quite important. So we have Battle Shroud rank 2 automatically inputs himself, and overpower only in battle stands. So let's just put it on 5. Yeah, 5's fine for now. It doesn't happen that often. All right, so now I'll cut back to when we get back to Loch Modan, and that'll be that. Okay, we made back to Thessalmar, and I barely had enough money to do it. So we're staying here until we get enough money to leave. Definitely low on funds, but that's okay. So we're gonna run back down here and get the couple quests that are down near the entrance here, and then evaluate what we want to do. I'm also gonna abandon this leather armor quest because I don't want to do it and taking up a slot in my inventory. And honestly, just gonna get rid of Hogger as well. We have this guy attacking us level 12. See, these guys are definitely no joke. And but you can see overpower already putting in work there, so that's pretty awesome. I definitely need to be conscious of how strong these people are that I'm fighting here. Full 11, Trog. Chest there, but I'm not gonna tangle in there. And our first tin vein of any character, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, so now actually I should definitely be popping these elixirs, getting these all squared away. Because these will help a lot. 2 copper ores in there is pretty wild, and not being able to get those is unfortunate, but getting this first tin is really nice, really nice. And also having the skill to mine the tin at this point is great. Sometimes if you don't go, and that's why I go for every single vein of ore, is because if you get to the point where you're at tin and you don't have the skill to mine it yet, it feels so bad every tin ore you miss, because tin is really where you start to get pretty bottlenecked, especially in engineering. You need a lot of coarse stone, you need a lot of bronze and stuff, and it becomes quite like every tin I see I'm gonna really be going for. Copper, you get a lot, and it's pretty easy to go get more. But oh, and I shouldn't be going here yet. Tin is really, you need a lot of it to level up engineering and blacksmithing. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what what was the Murloc quest I didn't do in Elwyn? But that really was it. I'd be kind of where I'm at right now. So, and then it was either Westfall or here, and here is definitely preferable. So, you know, I'm a little worried about the difficulty of these zones, but just gotta take it slow, give myself good escape routes, all that stuff, and yeah. So here it says, it's saying that our rat catching quest is, as far as I understand it, the higher up, the easier, even if they're all yellow. As far as I understand it, that's kind of the general idea. If they're all the same like level of quest in kind of behind the scenes, they'll all be like, I don't think it really changes. But as you can see, the rat catching and the blood sausages are above the 2 quests we just got. And so to me, that means that these are a little harder, and that checks out. The Trog areas are a little harder, and the kobolds are a little easier to kill. But so for this quest, we need boar intestines, bear meat, and spider ichor. So I think we just kill every spider and boar and stuff we see. And these are going to be the easiest thing to kill. They're not humanoid, so they can't run for help. And I mean, that's really the main thing that makes them a little easier to kill than the other things that we could be killing for other quests. So. But we're not gonna elder black bear. I don't really want to kill an elder black bear. I should also eat my well-fed food. I'll just do it now. I got lots. Before I forget. And yeah, can't forget about my bombs, and I'm gonna have a lot of bombs because I'm gonna make a lot to level up my engineering. So definitely should be making sure I'm using bombs liberally. And potions as well. Just be using my consumable things quite liberally. Also going to pretty much not send any more linen away from this character, as they're going to need a lot of linen to level up their first aid, as well as a lot of linen to craft the bombs that I've just mentioned. So linen is pretty much not leaving this character's hands again. If they get linen, I might even send them linen instead of my tailor sometimes from other characters, because first aid is really important here. And yeah, and bombs as well, very important. So we're pretty much just going to head towards this area. I guess I do have to kill elder black bears. I thought maybe it was a different type of bear, but it appears that it is not. So used to having add-ons and stuff that like show up on the screen when things dodge to like prompt me to use overpower. So that is going to be a change for sure. Kind of how that operates there. These fights are doing fine. These guys are not that tough for me. Getting a lot of nothing though when it comes to quest items, which is unfortunate. But if we just kill things for a little while, we'll hit level 13 really fast here, and that'll be nice. We're gonna try and kill things, roughly speaking, one at a time. If I pull 2 spiders or something like that here, that shouldn't be a problem for us. Spider Ichor, which is great. We need bear meat, boar intestine, spider Ichor. Overpower, really, he's putting in a lot of work already, which I'm pretty thrilled about. So here's those are still trogs. A little farther north here, we're gonna see kobolds, which we need to kill for the rat catching quest. There they are. So we'll be doing that. Also these boars. What? Strange. Not really what happened there. Oh. Didn't intend to pull that spider, but evidently I did. Yeah, let's heal up. Oh, yeah, silly me. When you have poison on you like this, it interrupts first aid. Level 10 kobold. I'd be full health for that, that's for sure. Although they do run away from me, which is less than ideal. There's some copper over there, which looks like a pretty tough area to tango in. So maybe I won't be doing that right here. I could try to work my way in, but I don't think so. I think these are casters, these foragers. Be way too many casters. There's no way they would do that, right? I don't remember there being groups of multiple casters in these areas, so I doubt that's the case. Well, this one's coming away from the group, so maybe we can test that theory out by just kind of walking up to him, see what he does. So he runs towards us. Looks like he maybe uses potions. Like that's the thing. They're a little higher level though, low 11s and 12s than versus the 10s and 11s. The other type of kobold seems to be. Ooh. Yes, they run away, and they actually run away pretty quickly. Where is this copper? It's just over there. Yeah, we probably can work our way towards it. Is there any other chests or any other benefits to going in this area? Doesn't appear so, but that's okay. Gotta make sure we always have a good escape route when we do. So. Was tempted to build and buy and build a gun and get gun training, but I'm glad I didn't, since I don't have the money to do that, really, functionally speaking. Probably gonna use a health potion here to finish off this fight, but that's okay. We'll let that guy run, because he's not gonna pull anyone there, and it'll be okay. Use some rage on a hamstring here, because he's running away, and having to be that slow is nice. Ooh, new infantry tunic. I doubt it's gonna be better than what we already currently have, but have a look. All right, we got more armor, 2 stamina, 2 spirit. Unfortunately, that is better than the copper vest I just got. So let's throw it on. 2 stamina is better than 1 strength, I think, generally speaking, and 2 spirit actually is not irrelevant. So, yeah, this is gonna be pretty nice. We have lots of quests to do here. all clustered together nicely. That's the nice thing about Loch Modan, is that like it's just like all so close together. All the quests you can do, it's so fast. That's why I really like it. So such a concentrated area. Yeah, let's wait for these guys to separate a little. We could always run away pretty easily from a fight like this, but a lot of them. Yeah, this guy will come back to this campfire, I think, or at least close enough that should be able to pull him alone. Yes. They're poisoning me, which I'm not a huge fan of, I gotta say. Yeah, one of them does like a lot. Like I can definitely handle 2 by using like bombs and potions and stuff. 3 would be, I believe, a pretty dicey fight. So I want to try and pull 2 at the maximum here. Let's see if I can pull this guy over here without pulling anybody else. I think I might be able to. Not having a gun is a little annoying, but I think I'll be okay. Anti-venom's also going to be really nice when we get that from first aid. Oof. Pull this guy before he walks back to the group. These thunderclaps against single targets is like, I don't think it's very efficient damage wise, but I think it saves damage against us because it reduces their attack speed, or more accurately increases their time between attacks. Ooh, what are you? Worse than everything that I'm doing here. This guy's going for that copper. It is mine, buddy. It is mine. Level 16 warrior walking around here. There's no way it's not copper he's going for. Well, I guess he could be doing the challenges, doing every starting zone, just for ease of use of doing quests. It's definitely possible. Not even gonna bother with these 2 guys. Try and avoid killing multiple people at once as much as I can. So we're gonna go in there for these single guys. Kind of as we make our way north. Also, I would love to hear how you guys feel about me, how safe I'm being or not safe I'm being, because I am conscious of the fact that there is a line of being too safe and having to be incredibly boring. Because functionally, if I just play it like I don't want to say there's like I don't want to say there's no chance of ever dying if I play it a certain way, but if I wanted to, like if I had to get every character to level 60 without dying, or else like I would die in real life, something like that, you know, like something ridiculous like that. But I think that, you know, that there was like some real stakes or something like that. I would just kill green mobs, and there's no time limit. I would just kill green mobs, just grind on green mobs all day, every day, and just never die, right? Like, really, like if I just did literally what I'm doing right now, all day, every day, I got to level 60 through that. Like I could do that with dying on any class, any day, right? There'd be no risk. But that would be soul sucking and horribly boring, and not really the point of what I'm trying to do here either, right? Like trying to like get to level 60 how you normally do get to level 60 without dying, right? So if you ever feel like, you know, Ben, you know, push the envelope a little bit, you know, take some risks, go in that cave, you know, that kind of stuff, you know, do that quest that you're scared to do, just let me know. Let me know about that. You know, just like you can do it. Don't tell me if I actually can. Don't tell me like I went and tried it. You can do it. I don't know that, but like just like if you think like you're being a bit lame, Ben, go do the quest. You'll be fine, or you won't, and that's part of the challenge, right? That's part of the content, is that I either will be fine or I won't be fine, and having it be a bit more interesting that way. I don't want to like take massive risks every episode just to pump things up and make things really sketchy all the time, and because that'll just lead to a character dying quite often, and that's I am actually trying to do the challenge itself, right? I'm not trying to just make a fun YouTube series. I am actually trying to do the challenge more so than I'm trying to do a fun YouTube series. But I am conscious of the fact that I am putting it up for public consumption, and if people are wanting it to be a slightly different way, I'm open to that. I'm definitely open to that. As you can see, as long as I'm not killing things that are higher level than me, things go quite well for me. Really don't have many issues with killing things as long as they are at my level or lower. You know, and I'm sure these potions and well-fed food and all that stuff is really helping out. Ooh, Tournament Scouts apparently have bows. Good to know. It's a fun thing you can do against characters, NPCs with bows and WoW, is that there's a dead space in between where bows don't work, but melee weapons don't work either, and they have to close it on you to make them work, and so you can kind of get them to follow you if you abuse that dead space. And so that's what I did there to make them kind of come away from the group of these guys. Definitely an important skill in hardcore is abusing that dead space of ranged characters. So yeah, the scouts shoot bows, so good, important stuff to know. We are doing pretty well on this quest, though, I gotta say. Pretty happy with the progress that we're making. Not on the blood sausages though. That's not great progress, but this one always takes a while for some reason. You know, in my experience anyway. But yeah, this Reset XP is really shooting us up this level. Pretty sure that guy's gonna aggro me anyway, so I thought I'd just take the initiative. Okay. Still no bear meat. Well, I think I have one, but not getting a lot of it. That's for sure. I'll go get this copper over here. And even though this quest here is orange, I think I could go do it at the next level. 13, probably. Just to like get a little bit into a cave with some kobolds, but I think there might also be caster kobolds, but we have shield bash now, which helps a lot with casters. And I think we at least dip our toes in, because the reward for that quest is very good, which I'm pretty interested in that. So let's actually start heading over that way now, because we still have some rat ears to get, and we'll kill some like bears and stuff on the way over. I should re-eat my well-fed food. Overpower, really happy I got it. And probably actually would have been really incorrect not to have got it. Although, I don't think I could justify not taking either. I think the constant melee attack power boost of that. Well, we actually... Oh, nice. I didn't even see the stamina scroll I picked up. That's a really nice pickup. But we are actually full inventory, which I didn't expect to happen. A lot of varied items I've picked up, I suppose. I can probably get rid of, like, the boar ribs and stuff. Although I'm probably gonna pick up more boar ribs now that I think about it. Probably should get rid of the banana. Oh well. More copper. Would love to see more tin. But, oh well. Spider Iker. No. Excellent. Okay, we'll hit level 13 and then head into just this mine I'm just outside of, or at least we'll skirt the edges and see, kind of gauge the difficulty a little, and see if going inside the cave is conceivable. Didn't mean to do that. Because caves are obviously, you know, a dangerous prospect all the time. You know what's going to happen in a cave. But definitely it's worth the risk, I think. The quest reward, too powerful, too good. We're done on bear meats. We need spiders and boars now. That's all we need for beast stuff. It's got lots of spider legs, which actually is not bad. We can make more well-fed food with that on our hunter. So, not the worst thing in the world. Nice, hit level 13 and just keep stacking that parry chance. Now it's time to, so it's just same types of mobs, but I think maybe different mobs inside the cave. But now that we're level 13, that'll help us a little bit. Although we actually don't have many benefits of level 13 other than the increased parry chance that we just got. Because really the benefit of level 13 is getting our skills a little higher, but we actually haven't got them to the higher level yet. So functionally we're attacking and getting hit as a level 12 still. But let's see, yeah, Geomancers, which cast spells, so pretty much as long as I have this escape route, I think I'm fine, and I do have that escape route. I don't really want to try and even pull these guys here. I want to try and skirt around them because it's 3 all clustered together. They should, I don't think they move back towards the cave ever or anything like that, so. Okay, so that's a patrolling kobold. So let's put a cross on him so he moves around. That's good to note. But I think we just go for it. We have our interrupt ability, shield bash, so that should help us a lot. And that was no problem. Didn't even cast a spell, which is pretty odd. So we just need to get 4 of these crates and then get the heck out of there. So that shouldn't be that bad. Oh, inventory's full. Yeah, let's get rid of this banana. Watch that Pat. Okay, so he's still going away from us right now. Okay. I think I want to pull this Geomancer. See if he'll run towards me. Okay, he runs towards me, which is great. When does he cast spells? I guess is my question. Never? I'm confused. Oh, it's instant cast abilities. Okay. That's fine. Now we'll probably take this guy out on his next pass through and just keep an eye behind us. But we shouldn't have any problems here. This should be fine to charge in.
Can't do that yet.
And our defense skill is actually not even at max for the level that we were at before, so that's pretty interesting. Probably, is there 2 kobolds in here or just the one? I think just the one.
Can't do that yet.
Get them tripped off. They are getting hit for a bit of fire damage for attacking me, but yeah, these guys are actually not an issue. And getting this quest done would be awesome. Copper vein a little deep in the cave, but if it was tin, maybe I'd go for it. But copper, no chance. We are full on inventory, so let's get rid of whatever I think might be the least valuable thing. Yeah, these apples. I'd rather just make linen bandages. Need to make more anyway. And okay, so killing this guy is probably a good idea. I'm gonna charge it in case there's someone just around that corner.
Need more rage.
Need this miner's gear, and hopefully there's another miner's gear pretty close around us. And then we can just run out of here, because we'll be done with both quests that we need from here. Geomancer right there. And there's some miner's gear right next to him, so that's perfect. I'm actually going to free up inventory space by using another of these sharpening stones. Other characters allow you them, but we'll be able to send more. And we're not going to play this character for another 30 minutes, so that'll last the rest of the episode for sure. Let's just do that. Can I charge in here? I think I shouldn't. Could be a bit risky. Don't know what's around the corner.
Not enough rage.
Control level 13 too. Let him pass. In here. Get the miner's gear. Get the heck out. Want to stay in caves as little as possible. So let's get the heck out. We've finished most of the quests. Well, 2. But almost 3. Yeah, going quite well. Oh, what are those? Copper and copper. I'm so lousy with copper right now. Just don't need it. So let's run over here. We need spiders and boars still. Let me go ahead on this quest and decide on the shield or the chest piece. I feel like shields are harder to find upgrades for. And I am going to pretty much want exclusively using a shield from here on out. Unless I get a really nice two-hander that is super beneficial in a lot of ways. The shield just seems like a safer bet. Although I probably should set up macros to use both when appropriate. If I'm fighting casters. Well, the thing is, if you're fighting things that don't use melee damage, you should just not have the shield. You know, if you are fighting casters, shield's good to shield bash. But other than that, you should actually be using a two-hander because you deal more damage, and if you don't need to block their attacks or reduce the damage that they deal through armor, your shield's actually not doing anything for you, right? So using a two-hander is actually preferable in this situation, whereas if you're fighting something that deals a ton of damage, melee damage, or attacks really frequently, you actually do want a shield there to block the damage and reduce the damage that you take a bit more. Let's actually sell here before I forget. Hold on to that to send to the disenchanter. Other than that, let's I think we need that crisp spider meat. Hold on. What do we need? Oh, ichor. Yeah, what is crisp spider meat used for? It's white, so it's used for a recipe. But small spider legs are those things for the night elf recipe. Don't know what this crisp spider meat is, but I think I'm gonna sell it. I don't remember it being used for anything in my memory, so maybe it's a horde recipe. Don't need those chunks of boar meat anymore. That's it for me. Oh, I should have put that, the spanner and the blacksmithing hammer, honestly, just in the bank. An iron forge, that was a bit of a mistake. Oh, I need to hand in a quest here, and the whole reason I came here to hand in this quest. And yeah, it's a tough decision right here. But now, so I did pick up a better chest piece, which I think makes the shield enough better. We're pretty much doubling the armor here, and a bit of more block and a little bit of spirit. I think that's worth it. Armor is not insignificant, especially most mobs at this point in the game are doing melee damage, and so reducing that damage and blocking that damage is good. So yeah, now our armor is reducing damage by almost 40%, which is not insignificant at all. So that's pretty great, and we're reaching near the end of the rested XP, which I'm pretty surprised by. This character hasn't been played in some time, so I think that rested XP was pretty close to the max you could get to. And we also spent a lot of this episode running around and flying and stuff like that. So didn't actually, I mean, since then we've been killing things like a lot. Once we got started on that, we, killing things at a pretty quick pace here, but before that we weren't doing a ton of that. So pretty surprised to actually see the end of the rest of XP here. So, and it might be, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I think I could probably push this episode a little and maybe get to level 14, but that might be a bit silly. Might be best to just kind of finish up these quests, not hand them in, and then go from there. Well, maybe if I handed them in, I might be really close to level 14, and then I could go for it. So let's say I do these quests, I hand them in, and I do a little bit of these quests. That might get me there. We're an hour into the recording right now, and I cut a little bit of time from flying an Iron Forge and being an Iron Forge, but not a ton. Maybe a couple minutes at most. Five, I would say. So we're pretty close to getting to an hour. So yeah, sure. We'll see where we are after I've completed the requirements for these quests. For some reason, it's so hard to do, but you can really see just how small this area is and how nice that is. We did, all the quests are just concentrated in such a small little area, which compared to like Dunmore and Westfall and even Teldrassil as well, you can definitely see the difference there. It's just so nice. Like, we just versed the whole zone north to south and did a bunch of quests during that time, and it took like no time at all to run back and forth. Like, the distance between, like, you can literally see almost the hill that we were just at, and that is pretty unusual. All right, so there is a quest to hand in. I think what I'll do, I think it's probably best to just end the episode here. I'm not even gonna hand in these quests and keep us a little lower on the XP for rested XP purposes. And I think we'll end the episode here. It is late. I'm recording this late, the night before it comes out, so I need to still process it and get it up and get it all scheduled and stuff. So probably best to just end the episode here. Danos has had typically pretty long episodes, so having a short episode here, I think is just fine. So that's it for Danos this week. He made the trek up to Loch Modan, got some nice gear upgrades, killed a lot of kobolds and bears and spiders and such. Went to a cave, but was never really in any danger. Got to level 13 and pretty set up to get to level 14 pretty quickly next time. So that's it for this week for Danos. If you liked the video, I really appreciate it if you would like the video on YouTube, click that little like button. Helps out a lot. If you have any thoughts about the series or the challenge or how I'm doing things here, or any questions or comments, concerns of any kind, feel free to leave a comment below. Really appreciate every comment I get. Read them all, reply to them all. And of course, if you want to catch more of the challenge, I release a video every single day. So please subscribe if you want to catch more of the challenge. And if these episodes are a bit too long for you, I do release recap episodes that recap everything that happened in the previous 8 episodes. So you can check out those too if you want to quickly catch up on the challenge. That's going to be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.